Persons Division of the Dallas Police Department. We wanted to bring you all here together so we can request the help of our Dallas community. This past weekend, beginning Friday, December 12th, and ending Monday night, December 15th, we had 5 unrelated murders in the city of Dallas. Of those 5, we have cleared one that I will discuss here shortly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to discuss each one individually, providing information that may help us in obtaining additional information that we are looking for to solve these cases. I'm going to begin with the first one that occurred on Friday, which is going to be December 12th, 2014 at approximately 4:42 p.m. Our complainant is Brandon Hollis. He is a black male, 31 years of age. He was found shot and killed inside his vehicle at the 1900 block of McBroom in West Dallas. At this time, our suspect is unknown. We do know that the suspect was dressed in all black, wearing a matching black hoodie. The suspect was seen running away from the location. We know that the suspect was on foot. The suspect is described as a medium skin-toned black male. If anyone has any information on this offense, McBroom, 1900 McBroom, we ask that you please contact Detective Ed Parker at 214-671-3630. Our next murder occurred on December 13th, 2014 at approximately 10:20 p.m. Our complainant was Daniel Conley. He is described as a white male, 28 years of age. He was stabbed and killed by an unknown white or Hispanic male suspect in the 1400 block of Main Street in an alley, which is here in downtown Dallas. This location is directly across the street from the Club Plush. There's some bars out there, night scene in that area. This is directly, the complainant and his friends were leaving the City Tavern Bar and were walking across the street, across Main Street. And they walked in front of the suspect, who was driving a gray Ford Mustang. The suspect and the complainant, or victim, became involved in a verbal confrontation. The complainant and his friends continued walking northbound through an alley towards Elm Street. The suspect parked his vehicle facing eastbound on Main Street and followed the complainant into the alley. The complainant and his friends stopped and waited on the suspect. A fight ensued between the suspect and the complainant, resulting in the complainant, our victim here, being stabbed and killed. The suspect fled in his car, turning southbound on Ackerd Street. The suspect is described as a white or Hispanic male with a heavy build and short cropped hair. Again, I want to repeat that he was driving a gray Ford Mustang, and he fled in that car after leaving the alley. If anyone has any information to the identity of the suspect, we ask that you call Detective Derek Cheney at 214-671-3650. Our next murder occurred on Sunday, December 14th at 5 a.m. at 150 South Nechita Drive in southeast Dallas. This is a case that I described earlier that was cleared. In this offense, we had a complainant, Ramiro Herrera, Latin male, 26, and suspect Johnny Daniel Rodriguez, Latin male, 28, who were acquaintances. Both individuals were hanging out with other friends when an argument ensued between the two. Suspect Rodriguez produced a handgun and killed Herrera before fleeing the scene. Yesterday, December 16, 2014, suspect Rodriguez was apprehended by U.S. Marshals and is currently in Lucera Jail. Our fourth murder also occurred on this day, Sunday, December 14th, and this one occurred at 10:18 p.m. Our complainant victim is Dietrich Hodge, black male, 26. He was found deceased lying in the street at the 1700 block of Warsaw in Oak Cliff. Witnesses stated that gunshots were heard, multiple gunshots. 911 was called, and the complainant was found with gunshot wounds to his body. Right now, at this time, there is no suspect information to share. We ask anyone with information on this murder to please contact Detective Tim Stewart at 214-671-3635. And our last and fifth murder occurred on Monday night, this past Monday night, December 15th at 2014 at about 8:40 p.m. Officers responded to the 1700 block of Greendale Drive in Pleasant Grove. Our complainant is Irma Martinez, Latin female, 49 years of age. She suffered a gunshot wound that caused her death. The complainant was seated in her vehicle when two unknown suspects approached her and shot her. We believe the murder was robbery related. The complainant died at the scene. Suspects are still at large at this time. One of the suspects was dressed in dark clothing. We know a handgun was used to commit this crime. We know that the suspects fled on foot and jumped into an unknown vehicle and drove away. If anyone has information on this murder, we ask that you contact Detective Mark Ahern at 214-671-3682. Now, we know that there may be some folks out there that may have information that are reluctant to call these detectives. I gave each and every case has a individual detective assigned to it. You can also contact Crime Stoppers, and you can remain anonymous. So that's another way for folks to contact the police department and remain anonymous without having to give out their personal information. So, and right now, that's all I have on those particular cases. I'll be taking questions.
In the Greendale murder, why do you suspect robbery? What was it that was taken?
We know we have items, an item that was or items. We know that robbery is robbery related because there's items that may be missing from that crime.
Where was she shot?
She was shot. I can't really say where exactly she was shot at this time because we want to protect the integrity of this investigation.
And what about why was she there? Why was she sitting in her vehicle?
I believe she was there to pick up a relative there at the scene.
Okay. Any indication that they might have known she was waiting there, that she was targeted, or the relative that she was picking up may have been targeted?
No, there's no indication. No indication that says, and it's a residential area. She came there to pick up the relative, and parked and was waiting. I don't think there's any. I don't believe that person, Ms. Martinez, was a target.
How does it sit with you to hear about 5 shooting deaths like this happening in your city in such a quick amount of time?
Right now, in the city of Dallas, we're experiencing a crime rate, especially in murders, that is lower than last year's or in previous years, surpassing all your previous years and 11 years of a decline. And so when you're plugging along and we're having such a successful year, you see that, and you see 5 murders happen back to back beginning on Friday, and really taxing our detectives because when we're out there, we work together, and work on all these cases. It's unusual, and it's unusual. It's unusual, and we don't see this happen all the time, especially like this, where they're all unrelated, and we're really working hard to try to obtain as much information as we can to solve these cases. As you know, as I described earlier, we did clear 1, but we still have 4, and our detectives do a really good job in solving these cases and working extremely hard to clear them. But sometimes we come up, we come up with brick walls, and we've got to get over them and to get some more information. And we can't do that without the help of the community. We can't do this alone.
What's the total now, as of whenever this month?
We have 100 right now. We're sitting at 112 murders for the year in Citadel. Compared to last year, it was 138 at this time. So we're right now looking at an almost 19% decline.
How was it that you know there were 2 actors on the Greendale shooting?
Because witnesses in the street, people, we canvassed the area, officers and detectives did a real good job in obtaining at least that information. We can't describe them at this time. We just know that we have 2.
Anything you say to the folks who maybe live in these particular areas where people have been shot and killed? Anything you'd say to them if they're watching tonight and they're like, oh, crap, this is happening in our neighborhood?
I would say just be vigilant. Always be watching your surroundings. Where you park, how you park. Before you get out of your car, have a plan before getting in your car. Make sure your keys are in your hands, and know exactly where it is you're going to be going. And don't sit too long in the car or anywhere. Get in, get out, and get seated. And know that the police department is out there. We are patrolling. We are in those areas and working very hard to abate some of these crimes.
On Main Street, there's a lot of businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Any surveillance video, any indication that there may
We are looking at those businesses do have videos. We're going through each and every one of them, trying to piece everything together and see what we have.
One more question.